Well, thanks for joining us. And you want to have an experience? This is where you can have the experience. Kingston Hotel is a 3-star hotel located in the very plush area of Takoradi in the Western region. And many of you will refer to Takoradi as the oil city of Ghana. It has 62 rooms made up of standard rooms, deluxe and executive suites. High-speed internet connectivity, both for cable and wireless, can be accessed at Kingston Hotel. And the hotel also boasts a banquet hall that can comfortably accommodate 500 people all in a single room. And so you don't have to be worried if you're staying there and you want to go to a gym, because Kingston Hotel has a well-equipped state-of-the-art gym, a poolside, children's playground and tennis court, all for your pleasure. And the restaurant of the hotel, Kingston Hotel, serves both local and international dishes prepared by competent chefs. The good thing about it, that whole oversight responsibility of the food and beverage department of the hotel ensures that they have a local farm that supplies the raw material needs for the cooking and the culinary activities as far as the hotel is concerned, and also for guests. And they have a purified water plant for guaranteed clean drinking water within the hotel. And there's also a live band available for entertainment all days of the week, and especially at weekends when you want to go there for holidays. We know many of you don't like going out for holidays on weekends, but please try and adopt that lifestyle. It's good for your smooth relaxation, we say. If you want to contact Kingston Hotel, very easy for you. This is the line, and so please put your pens together and write this: 0248698222, and 222 means that 222. And let me just go over the lines again: 0248698222, or you can also give them email, just in case you want to make an inquiry, through the email info@kingstelhotel.com, and the Kings, like normal Kings, and the tel, the short form of telephone, TEL, and hotel.com. And so info@kingstelhotel.com. Thanks for that as well. But we know the subject of education continues unabated, but especially when those at the basic level face a number of difficulties, it becomes a subject for many educationists to be worried about. We know the last couple of weeks has seen the cancellation of papers for candidates who were writing the basic education certificate examinations, and some of those papers have been rescheduled to 30 as well as 29 of this very month, June, for them to resit. And they're supposed to resit on 29th of June as well as 30th, 5 papers. Well, this has led to a number of issues being raised by educationists about the essence of education, the quality of the education itself, and also how supervision is undertaken by the West African Examination Council. The criticism has been that the Council has not been able to stem the tide of leakages of the examination papers over the years. But especially at the tertiary level, when we have institutions that are expected to take in some of these students after they graduate from the basic level to the pre-tertiary level, that's at the secondary school level, how do we assess the quality of those students, but foremostly the quality of the examinations that they go through? We have with us to help us do a lot more discussions as we throw more light on how we get to strengthen examination more practices and also leakages, the president of the Accra Institute of Technology. And I have with me Professor Clement Jidonu. Thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, and thanks for being here with us. But what do you make of the leakages that were experienced the last couple of days?
Well, the leakage issue, as you all know, is not new. We've been having leakage as far back as since the WAEC have been established.
Oh, really?
Yes. During my time, I recall when we were going to secondary school, I recall a situation where guys go around from school to school, and then coming down to say that, well, a paper of this nature have leaked at this school and leaked at this school. But in those days, the problems were localized. In other words, if WAEC discovered that a particular school leaked a paper, that particular school's paper, particular paper in that particular school is cancelled. But the situation have changed now. So leakage of paper is not new. It has been around for a long time. And it's all only peculiar to Ghana. But other parts of the world, some countries have overcome this, using technology. I'm not quite sure what WAEC is doing. So they are not new, but the methods we are using to solve them may be old methods.
Okay,
yeah.
So now we talk about how technology is also aiding the leakages.
That's correct.
How is that?
Well, there's a famous Vietnamese saying that when you open your door to let in the fresh air, you also let in the dust. That's the thing about technology. Technology has a good side, depends on how you use it. It has a beautiful side. So now what we are seeing is people using the technology in the wrong way in order to propagate the question papers. And I must say that this is not the end of something, it's the beginning of a particular phenomena where one single paper leaked somewhere will be broadcast on the social media, and then everybody else will be asked to retake the paper. So this is the beginning of a very serious problem, and if we don't wake up quickly and resolve it, we will be having more of this every single year. So
in other words, leakages are becoming a lot more easier to undertake because of the aid or the complementarity of technology. So somebody takes a picture of, doesn't even have to type it, do a verbatim type, just take a picture, sends it to WhatsApp, and it's replicated across. Is that what we're saying?
That is exactly what is happening. Because in the olden days, when you get a paper, it might be a printed paper, okay? You got access to a printed paper. Now it's easy to get access to an electronic version of the paper. Okay, so you don't need to tap it, you don't need to photograph it, you don't need to do anything. It's electronic. Once you get it, you just propagate it all over the place. So it's not very easy. So the phenomenon of leakage is not new. Okay,
it's the magnitude of the leakage.
Well, it's not also the magnitude of the leakage. It's the phenomena of broadcasting. Okay, this
the replication of the message. How fast they go?
Fast go. So I get it and I send it through. You get it, you send it through. So within a few minutes, few seconds, where the first paper is leaked, the whole world will know about it.
As an educationist, are you worried that an oversight body like WAEC doesn't have the technology to do the, let's say, generation of the soft copies, the printing, and then the transportation electronically of these external examination papers?
I'm not sure about their technology, what technology they have up there. If all they have is a computer, they receive the question papers from the teachers, they randomize it and generate a paper for a particular year, and they store it on some computer storage device. So that is not the technology we are talking about. That is just a basic technology. And also, I'm not quite sure the level of computer awareness do the management of WAEC has. You see, you cannot run any serious organization these days where you, the chief executive, and your senior lieutenants are not okay on technology.
I mean, you mean you're bankrupt?
Well, I would call it a bit deficient in running an organization.
You're bankrupt on technological knowledge.
Well, yes. And
your scope.
Very good.
We're limited.
You cannot do that. You cannot run a bank now if you, the top management, or no. It's not just about technical people. Okay, it's not about technical computer people. You don't hand over this or your operations of a bank to technical computer people, or else you're going to have a lot of shutdown. You don't run over the running of a TV station to just technical people. You must be on top of the technology. I'm not saying that you become a computer scientist as a chief executive officer, but you must be on top of the technology, see what the technology can do for you and what the technology can do against you. I'm not quite sure the level of that awareness we have at the management level of WAEC. If all they do is to just take computers, put it in some room somewhere, lock it up, put some technical people around it, no, I don't think that's what we're talking about. It's much serious than that.
You trained people in a related field, information technology, that 2 years ago was ranked by the Economist magazine as well as the Forbes magazine as one of the leading sectors around the world.
Yes.
And in Ghana, it is one of the three, that apart from real estate and telecoms, etc.
Yes.
Do you think that we can use technology wisely in managing examination leakages, i.e., can we make sure we don't have to go and dump, well, question papers through somebody's network at a printing press where we do wholesale printing? Can we do virtual printing at the same period in real time. So you just send the soft copies. The day of the examination is printed from somebody's with a password, etc. If it's Tamale, it's done, printed to because after all, how many students will be writing at a particular center?
No, the technology is around to do
it is.
Even beyond that.
It is?
Yes, yes, yeah. In fact, there's in the technology now, I can print words or can print a text on a paper and program it such that it becomes invisible until a particular time, then it becomes visible.
Go over this again.
Well,
there's a technology what?
There's a technology now where you print on the paper.
Like this paper?
Yes, yes. These are tests you print on a paper.
Let's say it's a plain sheet?
It's a plain sheet, but it's programmed in such a way that the ink becomes visible at a particular time.
Really?
Yes, because...
So let's say, okay, I print this through the thing.
Yes.
And then when it comes out, it will be plain. But it's printed.
It's printed there.
Then at a particular time, the ink will come.
Yes, you program it at the time the ink will actually show up.
Gee.
Now, there are more technologies than that. That is a very simple one. Now, talking about just, you see, the leakage can happen at three sources, three avenues. The source, doing the distribution, not transmission, distribution. Carry it in a bag, put it in a car, ask police people to guard it. That's distribution. It's not even for distributing of a newspaper. Okay? Or the transmission stage. Now I know they're not doing transmission, they are doing distribution. They print it somewhere, okay, at a location, which they think there is a strong room, they secure it. This goes beyond strong room. The area we are now is not about getting a very strong room, getting locks all over the place. No, it's more than that. So basically, and then the other avenue is the recipients of the question papers themselves. Okay, the student who get a leak become the leaker of the paper itself. Original guy leak it, a student get it, he WhatsApp it all over the world. Now, let's come back to the source. I think the source, the technology is there now for that to eliminate distribution. We don't need to distribute the papers.
And have all these police hanging on the cars.
We don't need to distribute the papers.
And put them in a warehouse?
We don't need to do that.
Okay.
You're correct. We can print the paper.
In real time?
Yes, in real time. All you need is good printers at the examination centers. That's one way we can do it.
So we come, let's say we're sitting here, we're 10 students or 100 students.
Yes.
The printer is somewhere in a room or where it's there.
Yes.
The PC is fixed. The network is available. In real time, you just print.
We send the paper.
So nobody copies anything?
Nobody copies. Maybe you can do it better than that. We don't need to print anything. We don't print anything. Now, all you need is terminals. Terminals. I'm not talking about computers. I'm talking about terminals. At a particular time, WIAC Central will transmit the question electronically to servers at examination centers. The students get hooked onto a terminal. The terminal will show the question. The student will then answer the question on paper. No printing. No printing. And you can even do better than that. The same computer can randomize the question. When you and I are sitting at the same places, and you are sitting here, I'm sitting here, you are looking at a terminal, your questions are not the same as mine. They are randomized. You only need a huge question bank. WIAC can be around for a long time. They have a huge question bank. We can randomize the question. We can randomize the question in such a way that the same level of difficulty, but they are different type of questions. We don't need to print the questions. Now, the only cost there will be how do we procure these terminals. These terminals, I'm not saying they are not computers.
They're terminals.
Yes, terminals.
They generate information,
that's
data.
Correct. That's it. We just have it in front of every student. Wow. Okay?
But you're talking the future now.
We are not too much future. It's here now.
It's in a well.
Of course, yes. You ask yourself, we're not the only one doing exams. Every part of the world, they are doing all kinds of exams. How come they don't have a lot of leakages? Because they are abreast with the technology. You see, you don't make the technology do bad to you through human beings. You use the technology to do good to you through human beings. So the technology is available now that we don't even need the printing. So it's very possible for you to send a question just seconds before the start of the exam, and then it show up on all the students' screen. I'm not saying that it will, the server at the WIAC, which one which will be showing it, we can put the servers in a different.
So what you're saying, this scenario you're saying, is even the extreme if we want to adopt the absolute.
Well,
or near absolute.
Well,
so
I don't want to
because we have rural areas.
Yes.
And some of the rural children,
Yes.
or the children who live in these rural areas,
Yes.
haven't even seen iWatch or whatever it is. Or
no, they have. We are now, ICT is a syllabus in all schools. They know something about computers. In any case,
you mean they've seen pictures?
In any case, they don't need to know anything about computers. They're just reading on the screen.
They just need to have the devices in front.
That's correct. In front of it, they don't need to know anything about computers. They're not using a computer to answer the question.
Okay, let's say that because of funding to deploy some of these technologies, we can. Which one is the most affordable? You think doing an observational analysis of our standards or our scenario we can adopt?
But you know that when you use the printed method, you are printing the paper, you are using paper, you are distributing the paper, a lot of man hours.
Too much risk.
Too many risks, and if too many, it's actually maybe more costly. The terminal, we have it there. We're not going to buy terminals every year. They are there. They are exam setters. We generate one paper.
And the data doesn't remain in the terminal?
No.
Once it's shown virtually?
It's shown.
That's all?
You see, as soon as the exam is over, the terminal shut down. They shut down.
Technology is beautiful.
Of course, yeah. They shut down.
Why is it that we have failed in our part of the world to make use of these technologies?
We have not failed.
For example, we have Google cars
Yes.
that are driving self-drive.
Yes, but I don't think we have failed. We have not even started.
Or we haven't gotten there?
No, because as I said, WAEC is using old method to solve new problems. We are in an era of WhatsApps. We're in an era of social media. We're in an era that any bit of information you get create volumes on the internet. Okay? You don't solve that problem by trying to have a strong room, continue to print papers. You actually use the same technology to do it. So basically, I think that WAEC, the exam officials, the Ministry of Education, better wise up on this new technology.
They need to wise up on these new WhatsApp activities we have. But I have to end the interview. Let me just ask you two more questions. You think for all the discussions that have gone on and all the thing about blaming WAEC, not having the right security, etc., it seems that the whole system we have in our part of the world seems to have lost sight about how technology is moving that fast, and so we are not playing catch up. No, we are playing catch up.
We are playing catch up. That is as I said. I mean, they will be doing the school certificate. What's it soon? Is that correct?
Yes.
I bet.
And there's a risk that could be.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You see, this thing will continue to happen until we grapple with the issue of using technology to address this thing. Let nobody say that what I'm saying is science fiction.
Okay.
It's done now. The technology is here now. It may cost initially a lot of money to start with, but eventually it's going to pay back. It's going to give less wahala on it. But if you continue to, you see, what is also happening. How sure are you that the computer, the electronic version of the papers that you have on the WAEC system, is that not what the people are actually getting access to a leakage? So it's not about strong room. It's not about strong room.
So it's possible that all the things that we think are the reasons or the causes,
that may not be it.
That the data could have been compromised.
Long time ago. Now, they said a number of versions of the same paper were leaked. So which means that, how do we know sitting here that somebody somewhere didn't get access to all the WAEC papers, sitting somewhere just waiting for the right time to release them? It's electronic. It's not printed. So we are talking about different things.
Okay. Now, my last question.
Yes.
How do we make sure going forward, for all the discussions we're having around the public space and in the media, we don't lose sight of what the right panacea should be to resolve the difficulty? Because now it seems that we need to be very much well abreast of technology, do the right deployment, and make sure we combat it. Because what is out there is more than, it's changing every day, really.
It's more serious than
the apps get upgraded almost every 2 or 3 days.
So I think we should not be afraid of technology. I think we should not be blaming technology for what have happened to us. People will always be people. People will always want to find shortcut to everything, even rightly or wrongly. People are always there to leak papers. But the technology have not actually compounded our problem. But the same technology is the one which is going to save us. I can predict that it's going to get worse before it gets better. But it will not get better if we know WhatsApp. It's as simple as that. It's the truth.
Well, we know that WhatsApp is being used, but we're being told by Professor Clement Jidonu that we need really to wise up, because for all the technologies we're using to communicate, WhatsApp, etc., people really are getting wise on some of those platforms. And thanks for passing through our studios, and we're very much grateful. I've enjoyed the interview, and I want you to enjoy your day as well.
You too.
We've had in the studio the president of the Accra Institute of Technology, Professor Clement Jidonu, and he's been speaking about what people are not speaking about, the downside of technology and our lack of initiative in adopting the right technologies to resolve difficulties when it comes to the subject of monitoring examinations, generating the questions for printing, and eventually getting to the candidates to write in their examination halls. And so I guess technology will help us to resolve a lot of difficulties from now and the future. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll be having in the studio our guests on AM Talk, and we'll have some lengthy discussions on great issues occupying the minds of you.